Thursday morning, a lot of steam on the water. Didn't get too cold last night. 8:30 I'm gonna head out. It didn't get as cold last night, no ice on the kayaks. I am leaving camp. There's Rick. Lots of steam coming up from the water. Here's the first log jam, and it is cold out, and I'm gonna get some cold feet and hands. These logs are slippery. There's a coating of frost on them. Pulling the kayak through, made it through the first obstacle, and my feet and hands are frozen. There's another beaver lodge, and just past another dam that was partly constructed, but I got through it. Chilly out here this morning. Another beaver lodge. Just saw a beaver go underwater. Beautiful colors. Another beaver starting on a new dam. See if I can make it over. I think I can pull myself all the way through. Got another blockage. Might be able to get through here. Got out of the kayak here. Looks like a pathway going in. Thought maybe it was one of the campsites. There is the toilet. Pretty cool. And this is the campsite. There's the North Country Trail, and this is campsite 15, just a minute walk from the river. I started here this morning at campsite 21, made it up to campsite 15. Now I gotta go down like this and see if it's clear all the way. This is wandering all over, really meandering. Another obstacle to cross. I almost went down. This log rolled on me when I was crossing it. I almost went in the drink. That was a tough crossing. Those logs kept rolling on me. Log jams. Now this is a major beaver dam with about a 2 or 3 feet elevation change. I'm gonna see if I can walk downstream and see what's up ahead. See if it's feasible to keep on going. Gonna explore upstream by foot. Not sure if I can keep going beyond this point. Gotta walk across this very carefully. Made across the dam, and the bottom is pretty solid here, so check up ahead, but this is just dried up. I might be able to make it. I think I'll pull the kayak over. All right, made it over. Another dam. Beavers are busy. 10:03, made it over that one. But if this keeps up, I'm gonna have to head back. 10:04, another one. Made it past the last dam. So I'm gonna keep plugging along, even though my feet are frozen. And here comes another one. 10:17, made it past another one, and I see another one right up ahead. Major beaver dam here. That was an easy one. I just wanted to get to the turnoff to Kayaked Lake at least, if I can make it that far. (10:24), made it to this point, which is right there, the turnoff, which goes to Kayaked Lake. I'm not going to even attempt it because it's a lot narrower. I decided to keep going up the main channel, see how far I can get before another dam. 10:33 is the end of the road. I'm not crossing any more beaver dams, but I just heard a large animal in there go running. Maybe a moose. I didn't see it though. It was worth the trip. 10:41, I'm heading back. I think I've crossed back over most of the dams. A few to go. Here's the large dam. One thing I didn't think about is there's a lot of channels going out from the main one that I didn't see when I was going the direction I was heading. And so I've been going into a few channels that are dead ending, trying to find my way out. I'm going to be a muddy mess when I get back. 11:30, coming up to one of the last dams, I hope. See if I can get over. Wind's starting to pick up, and I see the bridge up ahead. Made it back to the bridge. My last portage over debris fields. Hooray! 11:45, made it through the last of the obstacles. Almost back to camp. The wind has really picked up. Here's camp. I'm going to head to an island and have lunch. Here's a little island just south of our campsite. Good place for lunch. Got some peanut butter and tortillas, protein bar, sausage sticks, pudding, and trail mix. Had a nice lunch on the island. Now I'm going to head over to Kayaked Lake. Here's campsite 9. Kayaked Lake Portage is right over there. Kayaked Lake Portage. And it's amazing, this lake feels like bath water. There's a North Country Trail on the Portage. Started carrying this on my head, and that was very difficult, so now I'm dragging it for a while. Eagle's Nest Campsite, Kayaked Lake Portage this way, and ahead this way, up a little hill. There's Kayaked Lake. My first view of the lake. There's the portage, marked with the orange triangle, but here's the lake, and a kayak around it. That's a pollen or algae floating on the water. There's campsite 14. Go out and have a look at it. Very nice spot. Even got some nice chairs carved in the wood. Number is this site?
13 and 14.
This is 13. Very nice site. Cool rock formation. Taking the channel to one of the eastern lakes. Not a soul around. I'm heading into this lake here. Found the next channel, the southernmost lake with an island in the middle of it. Water is really low right now. I'll be lucky if I can make it through here. It's starting to, I think I'm at the end of the road. I may have to walk the rest of the way. I'm going no further, but that other lake is right over there. This is the lake I'm looking at. But I really don't feel like getting out and walking, so I'm gonna head back. might be the offshoot of the Kayaking River where I hope to come into this lake today. This is definitely the inlet where I had hoped to come in. I'll go check it out for a little ways, but I don't think it's going to go far. 2:28, still going. I'll just go another couple minutes. This looks like the end of the road, blocked off with logs, so I'm going to turn around and head back. The wind is picking up big time. This wind is killing me. I finally got behind some land for shelter for a windbreak. The wind was getting pretty bad. So there's campsite 13 and 14, and I'm almost back to the portage. Portage is straight ahead. 3 o'clock, back at the portage to Kayaked Lake. 3:11, starting the portage back. 3:24, made it back to Kayaked Lake. So it's about a 13-minute portage. Here's campsite number 5 at the portage. Got some chairs for people that they left. Back on Kayaked Lake, heading back to the campsite after a long day. The wind is pushing me back. I can just coast all the way. Arriving back at camp. 4:17 back at camp. Rick and Paul just got back from exploring. I think Paul's in his tent. Rick and I are sitting down to relax. There's the remnants of pancakes. I missed the pancake breakfast this morning. Cutting up some wood for our last night. We got a pretty good stash. We'll have a big fire tonight. It's dinner time at camp. Everybody's cooking up. Rick's having tortellini. That looks pretty good.
Chicken.
Chicken. Yeah. Paul's gonna have stroganoff with chicken. Yeah, that'll be good. Look at that pot full. Holy cow.
Awesome.
I'll try some.
All right.
Rick got us some dehydrated ice cream sandwiches. Ready to eat dehydrated ice cream sandwich. It looks real. Thursday night, sun is setting. Thursday night fire. We don't really need the warmth because it's so warm out here. Eight o'clock and it's warm out. 8:30 we're heading over to the Clear Lake Portage and then we're gonna hike the High Life Creek Trail. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
Another beautiful day today. Morning, Paul.
Good morning.
There's the Clear Lake Portage where we begin our hike today. You guys ready for this hike?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Might just actually leave my phone.
8:40, we are starting the trail. Made it to the High Life Creek Trail, and I don't think this one is traveled too heavily. You're relying 100% on the tree blazes because there basically is no trail right now. Very rugged country. There goes Rick and Paul, forest explorers. Some big hemlocks in the forest. Leaves are starting to fall pretty quickly. Another week, trees will probably be bare. Lots of leaves down on the ground. This trail's been pretty easy so far. Very fitting. Miller High Life for the High Life Creek Trail. View from the bridge. We are off the High Life Creek Trail. We are now on the Craig Lake Trail going along Craig Lake. This is the first flower we've seen on the trip. It's the first day of the trip I've worn short sleeves. Here's the cabins. Pretty nice place. There's a second cabin, the water pump. The road at the last cabin has ended and we're back on trail. There's a black-backed woodpecker. Made it back to the Porter's Trail and their kayaks. Everything's just as we left it. Heading back to the campsite and then we're leaving Craig Lakes. Heading to the Tequamanon Fall area tonight. See you guys later. Okay. Have a good trip back. The wind is picking up. It's a sad moment. We're tearing down camp. We're gonna leave it just as we found it, except with more firewood. Here's all my gear: sleeping bag, stove, bed mat, odds and ends, my tent, odds and ends, more clothes. There's the kayak, everything's packed up. There's Paul, his kayak's ready to go. We made it. All we gotta do is get back.
All right.
It floats with all the gear. We made it, guys, back to the landing site. Now the portage back that way. Gotta go get our wheels for the kayaks, bring them back, and then haul everything back. Even the walk back to the car is beautiful this morning. Back at the parking lot, and there's a few cars, but you would never know that many people are out there. You don't see many. There we go. Working. That's my homemade wheels from my old grill, and it works very well. Started the portage at 12:03. Ready to rock and roll. Look at that car, packed solid. Oh yeah. We arrived at Highway 28. We're gonna have lunch at our standby Sherry's restaurant in Ishpeming. Paul's got Kudagi. Rick's got the trout fish fry. And I got the fried chicken. Looks pretty delicious. This is Friday night, Kayaked Lake, on our way home from Craig Lake. Tim's doing some burgers and hot dogs for us tonight at his lovely cottage. This is the cottage with a beautiful view of the lake. Nice loft. Thanks, Tim, for having us over here at your beautiful place. And this is a great dinner after a week in the woods. Nice fire on Kayaked Lake, right near Tequamanon Falls.